Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of r/Malicious Compliance. In today's episode, get rid of my vacation? Have fun replacing me. You asked for money, so you got what you asked for. Folding doors. Not spicy. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. Get rid of my vacation? Have fun replacing me. I originally posted this as a comment on another thread, but realized it needed its own limelight. I worked at a company that gave out exorbitant amounts of vacation. Anyone who worked there for 25 plus years received 8 weeks of vacation and 2 weeks of personal time. This was a family-owned company, but rather large. We ran 3 shifts, totaling 250 plus people. Enter Jimmy. Jimmy was a grizzled old man. He started at the company when he was just 20, now he was 63, and gave absolutely zero shits. Jimmy also knew how to make a specific part for our product, him and one other higher up in the office. One day the plant owner comes out and announces he's selling to a corporation. He's older and ready to retire. He promises that there will be very little change and wishes us all well. The new company comes in and immediately goes after many of the great benefits we had. The first thing they do is cut everyone's max vacation down to 4 weeks, and do completely away with personal time. Anyone who's maxed out had until December 31st of that year to use it up, and they wouldn't pay it out. They then go into the office and clean house, firing anyone who's close to retirement, including Jimmy's backup. But they also do away with one very important rule. You no longer have to get vacation approved, you can just call in and take it. Jimmy is pissed, and they know it. They realize he's the only one in the building that can do his job now. So they hire a new kid for him to train, most likely to permanently replace Jimmy. So Jimmy does what anyone would do. He calls in the first training day for the new hire, and lets us know he's going to use all of his PTO at once, and promptly takes 10 weeks off. We had a back stock of parts he had made, so it wasn't too unnerving. But for 10 weeks, Jimmy went and applied to other jobs, found one, and started. Fast forward 10 weeks, it's the day Jimmy is supposed to return. He doesn't. For 2 days, they try calling him, and even go to his house. He's nowhere to be found. Finally, on day 3, he calls and resigns, and they lose their shit. The parts he makes are specialized and patented by the original founder. You can't just hire someone off the street to make them. What eventually happened was they had to contract the original owner to come in and teach some new hires how to make them, and when he found out what all they had done, it pissed him off. The last I heard, he charged them a 7-figure contract to teach them how to produce the parts, and they had to pony up or close down. Moral of the story: don't mess with people's vacation time. Edit: Jimmy made an electronic control module that was sealed and stayed fixed in a port unit made of a 2-part epoxy. Edit 2: Jimmy didn't exactly miss out on a 7-figure contract and had zero chance to take one. He left, said F***CKM, and moved on. When they contacted the previous owner and explained the situation, it was basically a "you need my help? It'll cost $1 million type of conversation. Final update: thank you everyone for all of the attention this received. I had no idea this would blow up like this. I have immediate family working with the company still, so if I hear of any more rumblings, I'll fill you all in. Also, I worked here for 4 years. I have a few other Jimmy stories I may post at other times on the appropriate Reddits. Thank you all again. Jimmy is a beast. Good for him. The former owner is a beast. He should probably give some of that 7 figures to Jimmy, but probably didn't. Nothing good came out of this for Jimmy, though. He's old, lost his future retirement and benefits, and is now some unknown at some other company. Company is sold. New owners say nothing will change. Lots of stuff changes for the worse. a tale as old as time. You forgot all the good people leave. And this is why there should be unions everywhere. They couldn't have pulled that shit with a union in place. As an old guy who has been a tech exec at a dozens of companies, including being brought in on takeovers, let me confirm that this is so real. Not as bad as entitled next generation owner whelps who haven't a clue about running anything and then go firing key people in a hissy fit, crippling the company. Both outsiders and next-gen owners have rarely a clue about the secret sauce that made the original owner so successful. Better than average vacation or share options make for far better employees. Alter that at your peril. Kind of sad that in America having 8 weeks of vacation after 25 years is considered exorbitant, when plenty of civilized countries mandate 6 weeks minimum for everyone. This country sure does hate workers. Yeah, that's the most I've ever seen. Most places it's 4 weeks, and you'll get a kicker like 1 week of personal or sick time. And most places won't let you use them to call in, it has to be scheduled in advance. Some places make you schedule it weeks out, some only ask you to give 24 hours notice. It's crazy. So they never tried to contact the backup and rehire him? Honestly, I never asked nor was I informed. He was like 65 and had also been there for 40 plus years, so I'm sure they did. Why he didn't come back, I'm not sure. My guess is he was bitter and doing just fine in early retirement. Would you go back in that situation? Another moral of the story: if only 2 people in the company know how to do critical function X, don't go below 2 people ever who know how to do that. Get a third person trained on doing it before releasing either of the original 2. Sounds like poor process control and management to me. People like that can often be pretty toxic because they believe they are indispensable to the company. Firing everyone at retirement age is majorly illegal in the US, age discrimination. You asked for money, so you got what you asked for. This happened when personal CD players were popular. I have this cousin, every time you give her a gift for her birthday or Christmas, she's complain about wanting money, not the gift. So months before Christmas I found CD players in different colors and jean CD cases with gems on it. Was cute. So all the kids or teens loved them. The cousin complained because all she got was a Christmas card with money in it. She apparently wanted a CD player too. I said, you always complain about wanting money and not a gift. She spent the entire time mad because she got what she asked for. MC, the best gift for entitled people. I had a fellow put siding on a metal building once. He was brother to my SAL, so I told him, charge me what you want. He named his price and got to work. He got done, took longer than I expected, and he did a shitty job. He then got pissed because I paid him what he asked for. Go figure. At least he didn't say, pay me what you think I'm worth. I'm confused. Did he say an abnormally low price or something? That would be the only reason I can think you'd pay him something that would piss him off. Since nothing pleases you, then nothing is what you will get from now on. My daughter, like myself, is a rabid bibliophile. She knew I had gotten interested in anime and manga, and she found some books pertaining to drawing that. The problem is, as far as artistic talent, that ship sailed long before she hit puberty. I can't control pens anymore. I still cherish them, but I told her I have a very specific desire for certain titles of manga and light novels. I suggested that she just get me an Amazon gift card and I can use it to fill in the gaps. She did that year, but has had to cut back on her Christmas spending. This year, she gave me an address of an app that allows me to earn gift cards playing online games. Just received my second $25 gift card yesterday, and if I could redeem my points for a $10 gift card. So, without spending a penny, she's made her old dad happy by helping me get what I want. She still keeps an eye on my interests. Just got a coffee cup from her and her kids for Father's Day. She's more astute to what gifts people will appreciate. Like her old man. My sale started that, but she loves to shop, so I figured it made sense. Then my brother asked, then all their kids too. It's so depressing to grab a stack of cards and put money in it for gifts. Well, she had money, couldn't she have gone and bought one? Well, in the times of portable CD players, finding an unusual thing wasn't just firing up Amazon. If it had been bought a month ago in a little shop in another city, it may well have been impossible in practice for her to find an equivalent product. Why are you giving any gift to this rude ingrate? Folding doors. Not my revenge, but one I saw from my office window. I work in an office in an industrial estate. There are various types of companies around us: trucking, cement, roofing, etc. Consequently, there are a lot of trucks traveling on the streets at any given time. Important to note, our office is on a roundabout, and there are short, low concrete barriers dividing the approaches off and on the roundabout, so limited width. On the day in question, a B-double truck plus 2 trailers pulls up nearly at the barrier, no parking area, no space, opens his door and hops out of the truck. He goes around to the other side and then hops back into his cab. Leaving his truck door open, he then proceeds to do some paperwork. Another truck from the same company pulls up close and shouts at driver 1 to close his door so driver 2 can get past. Driver 1 is being a prat and refuses. Says, "Go around me." Driver 2 does so. Because of the concrete barrier, there is very limited space, so driver 2 accidentally catches driver 1's truck door and folds the whole thing backwards. There's a bit of noise. The door caused a little bit of damage to the canvas sides of truck 2, but the door of truck 1 was wrecked. Driver 2 went on his merry way. Driver 1 finally managed to pull his door mostly closed, was still about 4 inches open, and drove very slowly away, we assumed to go back to the depot. Sadly, we never heard the outcome, but can only imagine driver 1 trying to explain it to management. The instant karma was a thing of beauty. The key here is same company. Likely driver 2 would not get fired, most likely a talking to, and he'll go up and "don't mess with me" points. Drivers are hard to come by, and judging by his action, he is probably one of their better drivers, albeit one that doesn't get pushed around. Either he is new and a road rager, or he's a hard-working guy on a schedule. However, technically driver 2 is at fault, as a stationary object, in this case said door, cannot cause an accident. Section 165 of the Highway Traffic Act states that no person shall open the door of a motor vehicle on a roadway without first taking due precautions to ensure that his or her act will not interfere with the movement of or endanger any other person or vehicle. Section 165 of the Highway Traffic Act states that no person shall open the door of a motor vehicle on a roadway without first taking due precautions to ensure that his or her act will not interfere with the movement of or endanger any other person or vehicle. I thought you might be from Australia because you said B-double and other descriptors. Then you said prat. I'm guessing you're from the UK but now live in Australia? Maybe? Did the door nearly close like that one scene in Tommy Boy at the gas station? You might not know the movie, but that's what I pictured. Well, technically, I guess doors have a hidden talent for causing unexpected adventures. Driver 2 should have just leaned on his horn until the paperwork was complete. Looks like that door mastered the art of teleportation. Not spicy. May I kick a little something for the GS? I run the drive-thru at Mendy's. I'm in sweltering Arizona, so the customers who ring through are difficult to hear with their A/CS on. Sometimes very difficult. The customers know this, and most of them work with us. This is the story of the customer who didn't. She started off okay ordering a Steve's single, which is easy to hear. But then she said, "And I want 3 nugs 10 spicy." I heard spicy, so I said, 3 10-piece spicy? No. Not spicy. Not spicy, asshole. Okay, fine. Not spicy. Then she comes to the window while I'm taking another order and says, "Look, idiots, it's okay to say what you don't want. That's how I like it." Not unacceptable. Time for some compliance that isn't non-malicious. So I hatch a plan to repeat her order back to her as we handed out the window. Here's your not root beer with your not chicken sandwich with no avocados, no mushrooms, and of course your not spicy nuggets with not spicy sauce. Oh, and I guess you'll need a spoon for your not root beer. The only way I could describe her reaction was pissplexed. Have a not great day. Not/s. Never mess with the people who make or handle your food. This is near incomprehensible. LMAO, I like the creativity in this one. She should have ordered the swordfish. Best in the city. My 4-year-old cousin is easier to understand than this Reddit post. So is he super smart? Like Mini Sheldon? Or are you just struggling to comprehend mobile posts? I just want to hear how loud these A/CS are that they affect the speaker. I've never heard of that. Loud trucks, radio still on, kids crying and yelling are aggravating, but an AC so loud it affects an outside speaker is a legitimate new one for me. I've never had that issue once in my years of fast food, or talking to people on the phone in my later jobs. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.